If you have been struggling to get sales from your design work or understanding what you really need to do to make money, I have the workshop for you. On September 23rd, I'm hosting my first ever Profitable Designer Workshop. This one-day, 3-hour workshop is only $97, but I have a discount for all my podcast listeners. Go to carinagardnercourses.com/profit and put in the code podcast for $50 off. I can't wait to see you more profitable. Welcome to the Make and Design Podcast. I'm your host, Carina Gardner. On this podcast, we're unraveling the everyday joys and dilemmas of design, making, and business. For makers who want to be designers and for designers who are makers, this is your inside scoop to help you grow your business and bring more creativity to your life. Hey guys, I have been traveling a little bit, so if you hear me sound a little craggy, that's what's going on here. Today I wanted to talk about a lot of the worries I am hearing from designers and business owners about a possible upcoming recession. Now, just like you, I cannot predict the future. I just can't. I wish we all could. That way we could all prepare for what's upcoming. But I think that people who are smart are prepared in that they can do a number of different skills, which is why I think being a designer is recession proof. You know, when the pandemic started in 2020, which by the way, ended up being one of my best design years ever, which we did not expect. I went further in and started doing even more education about my designs, designing even more products for people to purchase. I went really, really deep into that. And I just knew that if I could weather whatever was happening, that and financially be okay, that it was going to be awesome. I also knew that if for some reason the sales were going to go down, that I had other ways to be a designer. I could go back to doing freelance work. I could find a corporate job in-house somewhere doing design work. I just knew I could do people's websites. I have enough skills that I knew that I could pivot the moment I needed to. And I think for some of you, design is a great place. And some of you know in my Design Suite program, we have a freelance course. I've gone out of my way to put things in there so that you guys can become recession proof. If you can develop a skill that allows you to pivot multiple different ways, then you can win. There are ways for you to pivot and win. Turns out 2020, 2021, my best design years ever. I made a lot of money in design, and that's because people were home, right? And so because they were home, they were buying design work. And even as I started my Design Suite program, I was digging in deep to design, like producing more designs, getting crazy about it, putting it in new shops. And that really served me well. I think a lot of designers aren't thinking about strategy. You guys know I talk about strategy all the time because they're so busy just being like, I'm just going to make pretty stuff. I love making pretty stuff. It's really fun. But I also am constantly looking at the marketplaces, and you should be too. So hopefully that helps you. If you've been thinking about getting into design, now is the time to do it. Why? Because you want to build a skill for yourself so that you can do what you want to do with the rest of your life, right? If I knew that my surface pattern stuff was not continuing, if I knew my silhouette and Cricut stuff wasn't continuing, I can think of about 5 other ways I could get a job or I could make money because I'm a designer and I know the skills and I know what needs to be done to make great designers or help a company have great designs. And that's what you need as well. So make yourself irresistible as a designer. Make yourself strategic so that you can make pivots as you need to, and you will be recession proof. Hey, did you know that you can visit me at makeanddesign.com to learn more about this podcast and join my VIP group for weekly freebies? I can't wait to see you there.